Recently, Laura Loomer, a very well-known ally of US President Donald Trump, made some very controversial remark about Representative Shri Thanedar, an Indian-American congressperson from Michigan. She used the phrase blood and soil in her statement, a term that has historical ties to Nazi propaganda, and it's very well known for its association with racism and extremism. Let me tell you what exactly Loomer said. Loomer expressed dissatisfaction with Representative Thanedar, saying, "It'll be nice to have an American there, like a real blood and soil American." She suggested that the district should be represented by somebody who is US born rather than an immigrant. She also stated that if an immigrant must hold the position, it should be somebody who is patriotic, supports US President Trump, and aligns with MAGA, Make America Great Again movement. Well, this is a big controversy. The use of phrase blood and soil is particularly shocking because it was a Nazi slogan used to promote the idea of ethnically pure nation associated with racist ideology. This slogan was used to justify violence and discrimination during the rise of Nazi Germany. Loomer also mentioned that many immigrants, like Representative Thanedar, are hostile to American values, suggesting that immigrants in Congress caused the trouble. She pointed to other immigrant politicians like Representative Omar as example of why the US should limit immigrants and even create rules to restrict migrants from holding office. Loomer's comments are hateful for several reasons, by the way. First of all, immigrants have played a vital role in shaping the US, and many have contributed very greatly to the country's success in various fields like business, science, arts, and politics. Representative Shri Thanedar is one example of an immigrant who has worked really hard for his community. He's a successful businessman who uses his experience to serve his district in Congress. Well, the US is a nation built by immigrants. From the early pilgrims to modern-day immigrants, people from all around the globe have really helped make the country what it is today. In fact, many of the most influential Americans, including Kash Patel, and also those in the history, including politicians, scientists, entrepreneurs, were immigrants or children of the immigrants. Let's talk about Indians now. Indian migrants have made incredible contribution to American society. Indian Americans are present in nearly every single field, from technology to healthcare to politics. For example, Kamala Harris, the first vice president who is a female of the United States, is of Indian descent. India's growing presence in the US is a very positive force that brings a cultural richness and diversity, making both the nations very strong. Let's talk about the reality of immigration. It's very important to understand that immigrants often face many challenges when moving to a new country, such as adapting to the new culture, learning a new language, and finding their place in the society. Despite these challenges, many migrants work really hard to contribute positively to their new homes, just like Shri Thanedar and others. Moreover, calling for immigrants to be excluded from certain positions is not only divisive, but also goes against the values of freedom, equality, and the opportunity that the US was founded upon. The country thrives because of its diversity, and anyone, I repeat, anyone, regardless of where they come from, should be allowed to contribute to its growth. It's very important to focus on respect, understanding, and unity when discussing immigration and diversity. Comments that support racism, discrimination, hurt the fabric of society and undermine the progress that has been made by individuals of all the backgrounds. Instead of dividing people, we should celebrate the contribution that immigrants make and focus on building a very strong, inclusive future for everybody in the US, and that too regardless of where they are born. In the end, people like Shri Thanedar are proof of a positive impact that immigrants can have in American politics. It's very important to stand together and support leaders who work for the betterment of all the communities, not just a select few.